facilitator was there, other members of the group, because I could hear people coughing, I could hear people purging, but I was in the depth of my own trance, and I couldn't come out of it. I was, the experiences I was going through, like the snake coiling around me, and really tightening me to an extent that I couldn't breathe, snakes chasing me. All the experiences I was going through was things that sometimes I had actually dreamt about, but here now suddenly they were in my visions. And I couldn't come out of the trance, and I was calling out for help, but I was being told that this was going to be my journey and nobody was going to be able to help me. And so, yes, after the Ayahuasca experience, it started to become very apparent that actually people around were not understanding what I was going through and experiencing. And for the first day, all I could do was cry. I was just crying and crying and crying. And it took me quite a few days to kind of wind down from the crying because of the trauma that I had experienced. And then coming back to England, I was still quite shaken and traumatized because of the depth of the trance that I had entered into. And so I had to then go about sort of conducting my own healing in lots of ways. But I suddenly started to see also how working with the ayahuasca, how my journey started to unfold in terms of the intention that I had given, and how those challenges then started to enter into my life, and I had to work through them. And I'm still working through them. I kind of went back to do another journey a few years later with another group, and this was in the Italian Alps. And this experience was milder, still quite intense, but a little bit milder. But this time, instead of the wounds and all the clearing out that I did in the first one, this time ayahuasca, she was showing me the gifts, and it was wonderful. The gifts that she was showing me, they were amazing, and she was showing me that I have these gifts, and that I am carrying these gifts. And she was also showing me a book that she was saying that I have written. But yes, I have always had the intent to write a book, but when she was showing me this book, I kept handing it back to her and saying, no, this is not my book. My book is about me, but this book's got ayahuasca written on it. And ayahuasca, she kept giving it back to me, and I kept giving it back to her. In the end, because of the struggle, I just took it and I said, oh, all right then, I'll take it, and let's move on from this. So I kind of feel that because of that experience, maybe I've got more work to do later on. Maybe the journey hasn't quite unfolded in terms of me working with people with ayahuasca, but that's still to come. Let's see, I don't know. All I know is that a lot of the other gifts that I was shown, I am working with those. I am helping people. I am working on my own journey and a lot of other people's really deep wounds. I'm managing lots of groups. I'm working with lots and lots of one-to-ones, and I'm really excited about the kind of work that I do. And let's see how the ayahuasca continues to unfold. So that will be kind of like the next part 2 journey.